2018 Honda Accord. Customer states hesitation, lack of speed. They're seeing their RPMs go up and the acceleration is not matching the RPMs. Originally, I pulled in the car and pulled codes and only found a low tire pressure code in the ABS. I test drove the vehicle after checking the tire pressures and definitely verified that there is no power in this. There was a little power at first, and then I went to turn around and basically went 3 miles an hour back into the shop the whole way. Once I came back in, I do see there is some engine codes now. We click into that, click read codes, and we will see that there's misfire codes. We got a random misfire in cylinder 2 and cylinder 3. So the only thing I've done other than see these codes, test drive it, is I did pull the radiator cap and about half a gallon of coolant missing in the radiator there. So definitely low on coolant. I also noticed that the HVAC is not blowing hot air at all, which is of course because there was not enough coolant. So topped off the coolant. I got a funnel buddy on there. I'm gonna run the vehicle again. Let's see if we can rev it. Alright, yeah. So right now it is revving better. How it was when it first came in, when I originally turned onto the road, there was decent power and then it quickly went away. Right now I can tell it's still revving fast. When I first pulled it in, it was revving real slow. We got these misfire codes. Let's see if we can actually go into the data and see that happening in real time. The temp gauge is back down. It was up right in the middle, but like I said, the lower coolant hose still cold. The thermostat is definitely not open when it should have been, because I had it running for a while before I drove it. So go into here, we'll click ECT sensor 1 and 2, and we can just make a graph, and we see our degrees Fahrenheit are up here, 154 on top, 48 on the bottom. So the thermostat is still closed. There's actually coolant in there now. So what I'm gonna do is try to get it to operating temperature, try to get any air out of the system there, and I might be able to see bubbles coming up out of that funnel, which will tell me it's head gasket. Something's telling me it's head gasket. I did check the oil level's good, and the oil condition looks, it doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look like there's a ton of coolant in it, but still, this car could be burning coolant. Go back into live data. I want to look at misfires and see if we have active misfires. All right, so here we are at misfires. You can see all cylinders there. Not seeing any misfires at the moment. Let's put her in drive. Give her light throttle. Oh, it's looking good. I'm not seeing any misfires currently with the funnel on it and actually having coolant in the car. Let's go back up to the coolant temp sensors. You can see 183 and 77 degrees, so we're still not at temperature. So I'm gonna keep revving her at 3,000 RPM until I can see that thermostat open up. Almost at operating temperature. The HVAC should be blowing hot air at this point, and yes it is. Make sure to get any air out of the heater core. Assuming that the head gasket is not currently blowing combustion into the system. At 194, 185. It definitely likes having the right amount of coolant in it. Let's peek a gander at the coolant funnel, see how we're looking. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah. That right there is combustion going into the coolant. That ain't good. And the car's at operating temperature. Most of the air should be purged already, so the fact that I'm getting consistent bubbles from the funnel is a good indication that it needs a head gasket. So, yeah. Auto fix. D1 light. Mint. Looking like a head gasket to me. We can rebuild him for money. Yeah.
Ooh, there it is.
Ooh, final verdict. She's fucked. She's fucked, bud.
Yeah, it's between cylinder 2 and 3.
Oh, damn straight. I got a cylinder 2 and 3 misfire and a random misfire.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Bing bong.